Hi, I'm Marty Klein, and I'm not a yoga teacher, but I am 65 years old, totally blind, and I love doing yoga. I practice yoga every day, and I feel like it's helped me sustain a strong and agile body, helped me quiet my mind, and helped me have a more positive outlook on my life.
Hi, my name is Corey Smith. I live in Woodstock, New York, where I teach yoga, and I will be narrating this yoga flow that Marty has created. Marty begins here in child's pose, moving into a high kneeling position to warm up the shoulders and the upper back, and then moving into a half table pose to stretch the shoulders and the upper back into kneeling position. Here he's moving into child's pose and lining up his hands with the sides of the mat. A cobra pose on his knuckles to help with any discomfort that there might be in the wrists. Back into a relaxing child's pose and up into kneeling, high kneeling posture. Half table pose to open his chest and to stretch his quadriceps. And into kneeling pose. Chest opening pose, so he's in kneeling, taking his hands behind his back, stretching his shoulders and his upper back. And into kneeling, forward kneeling on his head, or a modified rabbit pose to open up his shoulders, strengthen his neck and stretch his back. Taking it easy in all the postures, going back into a squat pose, stretching his toes and his shins, and back into cat pose. Now, I love that he does this. It's not a classical yoga position. It's circling in a cat position just to help open up his back, his hips, and his shoulders. And these movements are so great if you feel stiff in any of the postures. And here he moves into classic downward dog position, his hands lined up with the sides of the mat so he has his clear bearings where he is. Into plank position for upper body strength and abdominal strength, and back into downward dog, working with opening the legs by bicycling his feet. Back into resting child's pose, taking a breath, relaxing before he moves back into cat position. Some gentle movements, windmilling the arms to open up the shoulders before he goes into a position called thread the needle. And here this is an upper back stretch and a shoulder stretch. Coming into cat pose on his forearms, and then Sphinx position to strengthen and open the upper back. Taking his time, practicing safely in each position. Setting up to move into full cobra pose, opening up the upper and lower back. So he goes halfway up before he goes all the way up to prepare his body for the posture. Now moving into locust pose, or half locust, lifting one leg at a time. Again, a warm up to prepare his body for the full locust pose. Great for strengthening the lower back. And elevating the whole body in full locust pose. Stretching the shoulders in a modified locust. Again, these are all great back, strengthening, stretching postures. Upper body strengthening, hands out in front in locust pose, and resting in prone position. And here again, he's doing not a classical movement of shimmying the hips side to side to release the back, and resting in child's pose. Transitioning into a seated position. And a classic seated twist to open up the spine, the main energy line of the body. Going side to side, shoulders back, sternum lifted, and centering himself. Here he's practicing again, not classical yoga postures, but wonderful movements of hugging the shoulders to stretch the upper back and the shoulders. Into seated prayer position to finish his practice, center his mind and his body.
If you were inspired at all by the video and would like to learn more about yoga, please check out blindyoga.net, where you'll find my CD package, Beginning Yoga for the Blind and Visually Impaired. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks.